Hey guys, so today I have the Bosch 18 volt lithium ion drill and impact combo. They're I think I picked them up for about $100. Seemed like a pretty decent deal for 18 volts. And I wanted to see what was going on inside. See if they're any better than the Walt or Milwaukee's or even the Ryobi's. Feels kind of cheap on the outside. The Walt definitely has a better build. But let's take her apart. So they're 18 volts, and it looks like they're 1.5 amp hour batteries, which is pretty crappy. The Walt, I believe, is at 2 or 4, and I think Ryobi comes in at right around 3 for their stock batteries. But not too bad. You're just going to be charging these more often. Let's see here. Drill itself, it's got a decent chuck. Nothing special. I do like that they offer a 1/2 inch instead of the normal 3/8. I've just seen a lot of the cheap drills. I think Ryobi and some of their some of the Black & Deckers, they have the 3/8 opening. It's kind of useless whenever you start going bigger drill bits. It's got a 1 and 2 speed. Feels nice. Seems like a variable. It's a nice little trigger. Contacts look pretty fat. No real issues. I don't like this being here. I feel like every time you're ever going to take the battery out, you're going to be taking it out and either hitting your hand or, you know, if you're dominant right hand, you're here. I just feel like it's a good way to nick your thumb if you're. I just feel that's gonna end up biting you in the ass later on. So let's take her apart here. It looks like it's a T10, one of these bolts here. Alright, so once this is taken off, judging by the plastics here, it looks like it's a PA6 GF30, which is looks like 30% glass fiber reinforced nylon. So it's pretty good stuff. You could definitely feel it's pretty firm. I mean, it's pretty stiff. You're gonna have a hard time melting this. I think melting temperature is over 400 degrees too, so pretty decent stuff. The outside here is this styrene ethanol SCBS garbage. You're gonna see this in a lot of tools. It's that black insulated stuff. This is gonna be falling apart if you drop in this too much or get oil on it. But the mold looks nice. Nothing really too bad there. Let's see what's going on the inside here. So they did a good job here. It looks like they had a magnet here for eddy currents and oh boy. That's weird to have a spring there. What that's for. Looking underneath here, it looks like they have the MOSFETs and they have a nice little aluminum heat sink with all the electronics. And it looks like the wires just go straight to. Oh, no, it goes to the MOSFET. Yeah. So you got some nice little heat sinks here too. Look at that, you got a nice little, another magnet here. And nice little switch to defund 18 volt DC. Looks like it's made in the US. That's a rare little find right there. Yep. Rated at 20 amps. see that. Focus is there. Nice little switch. You've got a diode over here. Very nice. Forward and reverse. Both feel nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very nice system here. Let's see if we can take the chuck and motor out. Looks like it's come out in one piece. I don't want to screw this up. There you go. Got some goo coming out from the actual assembly there. Well, that's odd. It looks like the motor is just held together with the carriage there. Looks like it's a Johnson build. Just a plain old brushless DC motor. 1607022649. You guys can read that there. Smells like Chinese lubricant. Some kind of crap lube. This chuck looks like it's any other design, nothing really too crazy. You got the planetary gears. Same basic truck design, I think, as just about any other drill I've ever seen. And this is interesting. The way that they maneuver 1 and 2 on the speed basis is this little tiny clip right here, and you'll see it just goes backwards and forwards, and it enables. That's it. This little rod right here controls all of that. 1 and 2. Interesting design. I definitely see this going wrong. This is looks like they even use a plastic. Actually, it's not even one piece. It looks like it's a 3-piece plastic design. And it looks like the gears are sitting in plastic as well. So I can't imagine this lasting too long in a work setting. Dropping this a few times on the head here. Not exactly a lot of support. Looks like it sits in the carriage there, but not very well. I mean, that's barely holding on to it. Looks like there's only 2 set screws in there that would actually put any kind of real pressure on this. The weird design. They went with ABS on the little switch here. So you gotta save a couple pennies here and there. But overall, looks like a good design. As long as these MOSFETs don't overheat. For general work, I don't see this being a problem ever. It looks like they soldered all these joints. There's no connection, there's no crimps. I don't like them being exposed like that, but looks okay to me. They didn't epoxy the board, which is kind of strange. I normally see this in DeWalt and also Ryobi and a lot of other companies, but they didn't do anything with the board. It's completely exposed. You can actually see the microcontroller in here, and they use this just as, I guess, a heatsink and also a way to mount the circuit. But nothing is nothing's coated. Nothing is coated at all. So any kind of moisture in here, any kind of water on the base of the unit, and this is over with. Very odd. Nice fat MOSFETs and decent heatsink. Looks like the heatsink actually looks like the heatsink is all one. It's kind of a nice design. These bend over into this larger heatsink here. So this is definitely a good tool for a little home shop. Could not recommend this for someone who's ever using a drill seriously, but then again, it is a cordless drill. You're not going to be drill in steel or any kind of drill steel plate or anything like that. But as far as a home shop, not bad. Not bad. Nice thick wires. I noticed that initially here. We're looking at 125C wire. God, what's the thickness here? Look at that, 14 wire gauge for all the power wires. That's pretty thick. I was not expecting that. So, nice build, nice little drill. Nice switch. Can't see anything wrong with this. For $100, $120 for the combo. Pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. I definitely don't see these batteries lasting very long. That's a huge hindrance here. I mean, you're looking at 1.5 amps of battery capacity. It's not really that much. You know, I imagine this is gonna have to. If you're gonna use this in a garage or in a home setting, there's no way you're gonna get that much done and not have to recharge these batteries. I like to put these ferrite cores. That's really nice. It's gonna keep the noise down. I'm assuming the microcontroller is doing a pretty good job here, but other than that, I really can't complain here. Nice little setup here. Nice little drill. All right, so for the reassembly, let's see here. Oops. It's got a little light thing here. Oh, shit. See the planets in there? Drill, and then these gonna line up with there. Of course, the powdered gear, nothing really too crazy. I'm really disappointed in them using a this has to be nylon. Yeah, seems really soft. I mean, I have no problem scratching this. But really odd that they would use this crap plastic. But what are you gonna do? Also interesting to note too, there's no bearing that holds this. It's just this relief here literally sits against this plastic here, and it's just supposed to mesh. That's what they're relying on. That's it. See there, the drill itself is relying on that little sleeve. I mean, I just don't see this. You know, there's so many vibrations that are going on. This motor's got to be turning over at, God, 20,000 plus RPM. There's gonna be some serious vibrations in there. Some pretty serious heat too. Imagine that going bad pretty soon. Maybe not. So, reassembly here. That whole grab too, the PA6. That's nice, huh? Nice little glass reinforced nylon there too. GF30, 30% nylon, 30% glass reinforced for the little clicker. 1, 2. That's stiff. That's real stiff. But they're relying on this little tiny relief right there to pull back 1 and 2. So if yours ever breaks, most likely this little tiny piece right there looks like it's gonna break off if you put too much stress on that. But it just slides right in here, it looks like. Yep. If you look at the action, that's your 1 and 2. So let's get this assembled here. Got the little light. Every time. Every time. 6 times the charm. So overall, great drill for $100, $120, whatever it is for the set. Not a bad deal. Comes with 2 batteries. Feels cheap. You know, it is cheap. Probably a better purchase than most Ryobis, or even the hell, it's probably the same factory. But it feels better in your hand than a Ryobi does. I wouldn't say it's up to the build quality of the DeWalt or even the Makita. Those two seem to have a little better build quality. Handles a little better, batteries are definitely better. Overall, there's not a lot of torque coming out of this. And even on 1 and 2, it's not an insane amount of torque. But the 18 volts, what do you really expect? With the charger, ABS. I like it to have a fan in here. I've never seen that before on most other drills. But they're all coming out of the Xingding, China factory, so what is there to expect, right? But this charge pretty fast, about 40 minutes, and you got a full charge. Word of warning, if anyone does have these, try not to drop this. Definitely not going to do well if it gets dropped on the head here on the chuck. You're definitely going to see a problem over time. I definitely see this being an issue. Nothing locks this down. It's just strictly friction fit, which is very odd to me. It's no, there's nothing here. There's no screw. There's no set screw. There's nothing in there that stops it from turning. That's very strange. You know, even this is very vague. Very vague settings. There's nothing in here that's locking it down. That's very odd to me. As far as that, the other major concern here is don't, for the love of God, ever get this wet. All of the electronics are right here, literally behind this plate. Any kind of water, I mean, it's completely unprotected. The second those MOSFETs get wet or even damp, you can see the reliefs here for cooling. Any kind of moisture getting in here, it's done with for this drill. I mean, you know, you're not going to be able to replace that board for anything less than what the whole drill costs. Plenty of torque for most home gamers, but definitely do not get this wet, and definitely do not drop it on the head here. Not going to last, but good drill. We're taking apart the impactor here in the next video. Thanks for watching.